Be Exposed Radio at 9/11. Coming to y'all soon.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to
yeah. Well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, you know, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of rough.
Called me a coon, but it's like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. You know, if you're gonna jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Happy Hump Day, everyone, and thank you for tuning into Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. It is our weekly Hump Day discourse, and we are going to get some things out there tonight. But before we get started, you know, I had some things on my mind that I wanted to share, so here goes. So I was walking today and I was having this conversation about entitlement and what you're entitled to and your divine purpose. And a lot of people, I feel, take for granted the relationship they're in because they feel like someone should be or could be doing for them versus trying to figure out how to build themselves, make themselves more marketable. So I'm talking to this friend and she is telling me how the guy she's dating won't buy her any shoes and he won't get her nails done. And she can't get him to, you know, pay for food that she, you know, going out with her friends and things like that. She feels like these things are somehow entitled to her. But honestly, you know, I think a lot of women, unfortunately, think that they are entitled to someone taking care of them. I have to say that I strongly disagree. Ladies, gentlemen, there is something to be said about taking advantage of someone's kindness, of their good nature. If you are blessed enough to have someone that is willing to help you or hold you up, be your support, the last thing you want to do is take advantage of it. I think the best way to show your gratitude for someone's kindness to you would be to make good on that investment, because that's what that person is doing. That person is investing in you. And there's no bigger slap in the face than a selfish, ungrateful person. I think about this conversation my mom and I had, and we talked about what it means to be a wife. And I've been a wife a couple times, but we talked about this before I was ever a wife. And she said, you know, let your man lead the house. I was okay with that. And she was like, everybody contribute to the home. I was good with that. And, she was like, play to your strengths. I was good with that. And she said, and make sure you're cut from the same cloth. And that's when I was confused. Because what does that mean, to be cut from the same cloth? Does it mean that, you were raised the same? You are equally killed? Does it mean that you make the same amount of money? What does that mean? I'd say I look for in a mate someone I can respect, someone I can learn from, someone I can look up to. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I want a man or female that I can marvel at, someone that no matter how horrible the relationship gets, I can look at this person and think to myself, I can learn from you. And that this is a divine force pulling us together. I think too many people lose themselves in infatuation and sex and all those things, and they forget that this is a journey, and you're journeying with a partner. Hey Lynette, I see you. I just had the best meditation, by the way. It was amazing. Oh my God, I just had to throw that out there because I'm feeling just really good, really positive. I am in my happy place today. Anyway, back to the journey. So you're on this journey with this person, and there's several roads that lead to the same destination. And what happens is when you're in a relationship, your roads go from being parallel to being one, and you travel the same road. You have a partner. So how is it that you can... Hey Q, how are you? So you have a partner. So how can you be with a partner that you can't learn from, that can't learn from you, that you can't respect? And what does it mean to respect your partner? I mean, do you really know? Have you actually taken the time to step back and think, what do I respect about my partner? What is it that I honor about my partner? What do I look up to in hopes to learn from my partner? I think people will take the easy route. They will marry down or get in a relationship down from themselves instead of stretching themselves to be with someone who brings them enlightenment, brings them some sort of education, someone who is strong where they're weak. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sexual compatibility is a good thing. It's an important thing. It's one of my 5 F's. But it's not the only thing. There should be a moral standard between you and your partner. You should have an understanding on finance and family. You should be able to journey together. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't disagree on some things, because you should. I mean, otherwise, that's one boring-ass relationship. But if you walk the path with this person, you are taking on the responsibility of feeding this person both literally and figuratively. This person needs to eat. You need to feed their stomach. You need to feed their soul. You need to feed their mind. I think feeding their mind is important. So anyway, back to being cut from the same cloth. That's what my mom used to get. You need to be cut from the same cloth. Now, I think I'm cut from a pretty unique cloth because, I come from a multicultural family. I've been seen some things and lived some places. Not that other people haven't too, but the likelihood of me meeting someone cut from the same cloth is very different for me than it would be from somebody else. But I would love to meet someone that I respect. Because one of the biggest things that happened in my relationships that failed was that I lost respect for the person that I was with. And it wasn't that I was cheating or they were cheating, or it didn't have to be anything nasty like that. I just lost respect. So Q says, you are so right. He has the respect, every aspect of it, right? You got to respect the person, everything about what they bring. Absolutely. And to piggyback on what Q said, how do you respect someone? As children, we are taught, respect your parent, respect the police, respect your teachers, respect elders in the neighborhood. What does that mean? Like, who can verbalize what it means? I think that respecting that person is to consciously make an effort not to make them feel small, not to make them feel less than, to support them and encourage them so that they can live to their full potential. And then they, in turn, do that for you. I think relationships should be very selfless. And I think the selfless attitude has moved on. Before the show, Nikki and I were talking about the entitled millennial. And I'm not saying all millennials feel entitled. I'm not even saying that all Generation Xers don't feel entitled. But I do think that there is this overwhelming education that's being imposed upon the community that people are entitled to something. When I was a little girl, I used to tell my dad, if I ever got a husband, I would treat him like a diamond ring. I really, really, really want one. I'd really take care of one if I had one. But I don't need one. Because my path is mine. My purpose is mine. I am who I am. Now, if I bring something to a relationship, great. Fuck bringing to the table. I'll bring the whole damn table. Because that's just who I am. Q says they do feel entitled. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, why do you feel like somebody, they're not looking for, people aren't looking for partners anymore. They're looking for sponsorship. Like, baby, you're a woman or you're a man. You're not a radio station. Why are you looking for a sponsor? Like, please tell me why it's not okay for you to earn your own way, and that any gifts you receive from your partner is just that and something to be grateful for. Why are you entitled to nails and shoes and clothes and cars and whatever else that this person is willing to give you because you're what? Because you're fucking them? Like, does that really even make sense? Like, do people sit there and say that shit out loud and think to themselves, I should get this because I'm fucking them?
Some people do. There are people that do.
There are people that actually sit there and think. So what's the difference between that person and a prostitute?
Not much. They really justify it. They justify it within themselves, and they find ways it's a lot of manipulation happening.
I was in a relationship once where I was taken on a trip or invited on a trip, was paid for. The trip was paid for me. And I went on this trip, and, a couple days into the trip, the person says to me, I say, well, what's wrong? And the person says to me, I'm upset. I said, why are you upset? We've been here almost 3 days, and we haven't fucked yet. You know me. You know Dr. Wren. I got to make this quick because I got to get ready and pay some bills. But anyway, so I sat back in my chair. I crossed my leg, and I said, so because you paid for a plane ticket in this crappy-ass hotel room where I can't get any sleep, you are entitled to my most precious gift. Absolutely not. I pulled out $200 in cash out my back pocket. I threw it at that person's naked private part, and I was like, I'm nobody's prostitute. And I left the state that I was in. So anyway, we're going to go on break, and we will be right back with Salacious Life with Dr. Wren's Hump Day Discourse.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. Like,
yes.
I've learned, I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen,
but
the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Yeah, make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. You may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn because I'm gonna make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on have and have-nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to pick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have-Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season, but I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back, and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to, a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh, God. What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh, gotcha.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this. So we go off every week right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. This week's Hump Day discourse. Before we went on the break, we were talking about entitlement. Before we get started back to that, I wanted to say welcome to Jungle and Mimi for joining me in the studio. It's nice to have somebody to talk to tonight.
Hello, world.
I wanted to say happy birthday to Joshua, who is on the live feed. And back to the live feed. Live, you're right. Fucking for shoes. And Q, absolutely. Girl, I have a caller. I'm sorry. With whom am I speaking? Hello? Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello? With whom am I speaking?
Hi.
Oh, Dr. Wren.
I know that voice. That's King Half.
Hello?
Hey, Half.
Hello there.
Can you hear me? I guess he can't hear me. Oh, wow. Thanks for calling, Half. Bringing me some love all the way from home in North Carolina. Gotta love Half.
Country gal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we were talking about entitlement. And I was saying that people have no respect for relationships anymore. Like, people don't feed relationships. That people feel entitled to. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's calling back. Hello.
Hey, Dr. Wren.
Hey, Half.
Country boy.
I'm doing well. Hold on real quick.
Don't you love it? That voice.
Hear me?
We can hear you just fine.
Hello?
Hello. You can't hear us?
Dr. Wren.
Wow. I have another call, but thanks for calling in.
Hey, what's up, Dr. Wren? How everybody they doing?
Hi. Who am I speaking with? Hello? Hello? Who's there? What's going on with my phones tonight? Nobody can hear me. I don't know. Well, call me back.
Hey, Dr. Wren.
Hey, Half.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo,
I'm going to spend my whole show saying hello.
Say hello all day.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? I guess not.
Hello?
It's not my night for phone calls.
No, it's not.
It's not my night for phone calls. And everybody who's calling me is probably calling me from another state. I have another
Girl,
call coming in.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm joining the convo. I'm definitely joining the convo. These people don't have no respect. They, like you said, entitlement, and they don't want to work. They're not willing to work towards anything. They just want to be given something.
Absolutely. I know that voice. That's cute. That's
Yeah, that's cute.
It's cute.
Everybody know how I got the money.
Hey. Yeah, you remember Q. She
I know
was
I
here
can't
with
really
all
hear y'all, but like I said.
all the fun, entertaining things the night that you and I had a good time.
Yeah,
She
with the
supplied us with the yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, we don't got a good connection, but like I said, these people don't have no respect for relationships because they're not coming in with having respect for self.
You're right. You are absolutely
And, you know,
right.
so they're not valuing, even if you're buying them the world. Like, I know my 4.5-year relationship, I know I was buying the world, and she had 6 kids. But if, you know, like a person don't respect self, they don't respect materialistic things, they take the value out of even appreciating you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the bottom line, you know. So coming into any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, I don't know if I can say a fuckship, you have to respect people, period.
You're right.
And that's all I just want to say hi to everybody in the studio, you know, and I appreciate y'all taking the call.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to get back to the texting. I'm going to get back to the texting because I am driving.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. No, but Q has a good point that, and it isn't, Jungle, it isn't just women, because I've dealt with, no, but I'm just saying, like, people in general aren't gracious, even for friendships, let alone your relationship. So if you can't be grateful to your best friend or your mom and dad for providing you everything, you know, they have over years, how the hell you think you deserve to be in somebody's relationship? Like, you don't deserve the loving.
None of that.
None of that. You don't deserve any of it. People are so materialistic these days. It drives me bananas. And nobody I know has as many pairs of shoes as me. But anybody who's ever bought me anything, we're talking from a popsicle to a pair of Louis Vuittons, I am grateful.
Yeah, grateful.
Because I'm not entitled to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I will actively try to make sure that person knows that they did something for me that was special. You know, not everybody got the means to go pull out hundreds of thousands of dollars to, you know, try to impress me with material things, you know. But that person who was thoughtful enough to bring that bottle of water, or, you know what I mean? Like, it means just as much. It means just as much. I think sometimes I didn't have to ask. When you don't have to ask, when somebody can just see your needs and provide, that's when you go above and beyond. I mean, that's when all the stops, you know, come out. Like, you're going to have to show this person how important they really are to you.
Gratefulness is key. That's what most people fail to realize. When you're grateful, look at anybody successful. Gratefulness is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing names out there. Kevin Hart or anybody famous you could think of, for the most part. They're grateful. No, they're happy. They have great personalities. They give because they're grateful. They pass it on. They pass that energy on.
And you should pay it forward. Like, I am the best mental state, you know, spiritual state today.
Yeah.
Like, it's jumping out of me. Like, please have some, because my little baby
feel like I smoked a lot
keep
of
it
weed
off.
or something today.
You just feeling high?
Yeah, I feel a natural
I said to her,
high.
I was like, I feel
I had to
high
ask her.
without smoking.
Yes,
that was the first thing I said.
While we was driving, he was like, "Are you high?" And I'm like, I don't know. I ate a lunch meat sandwich.
Look, you were grateful for that meat, though, because there's people out there who don't.
Be grateful for y'all meat.
You know, I honestly, as much as I was slightly disgusted by the fact that this less fortunate man invited me home to his cardboard box.
He invited you?
Yeah, he said, well, why don't you come home with me?
Literally?
Literally. I was out front of the station. No, I didn't go anywhere. I go back to
you
his
go?
cardboard box. But anyway, he invited me
You're
to
ungrateful.
Yeah,
No.
you are. That's
dare
ungrateful.
you.
Why did
No, but I said thank you, and that I was grateful for the offer, but I had a show to do, so I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But it was nice enough for him to, say, hey, I got this really
So how
nice
you know
box
where he
around
lived
the
at,
corner.
Ron? How you knew where he lived at?
He said it.
Oh, he said he got a box around the corner?
Yeah, he was like, I don't have a slick apartment, but I got this really nice box around the corner.
Oh, damn, he's
That's
cool
real
as
gang.
shit.
Right.
Real game. Deep game.
He's cool.
He's cool. Well,
Yeah.
let's pay
I
some
like
bills.
him.
We'll be right back with Salacious Live.
A late 40s, early 50s. That's not uncommon. It's a lot of. I mean, I can give you examples like that.
But it's a good thing he's dead because she can actually move on. Like you can't move
She
on
can't, no.
if he was alive. Picture if he was alive and she found out she was having sex with her father for 15 years. You can't move on from that. Somebody's got to die.
You can't. It's gonna be hard.
Somebody's got to die.
So wait, that means he didn't know either, though.
Immediately, so I can stop vomiting because I don't have nothing else left to vomit. All my insides,
But that
all
would
my
mean
skeleton.
he didn't know either. That's what would be the crazy
Well,
part.
he wouldn't. He still doesn't know because he's dead. How does that game go? Marry, screw, kill? How does that work when it's your dad? Oh my gosh, we talk about stuff like this and more every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Talk Lately, the radio show. Only on BeExposedRadio.com and on YouTube live where you can see us.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. I had to come out a little break. I know that was a short one. I know you guys appreciated that shit.
They missed us.
They missed us because we're awesome. So anyway, we were talking about being grateful. I was very grateful for the offer. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not going back home to someone's cardboard box.
Yeah.
I love you for asking, but I'm not going home.
Thanks, but no thanks. To sum it up, there's ways to say
I
no
wonder how
and be
big
polite.
it was. I wonder did he like build it? Or
Yeah, because I've seen some like serious
right. It might have really looked like a house.
He
Might
may
have
have
a little stove in there. You never know.
He said he, and I was just like, and now mind you, Kenny and Nikki can tell you, I get approached by homeless people outside the studio all the time.
You
and they just
homeless.
And I don't know what it is.
It's the hit
Maybe
right.
I'm encouraging them. Maybe it's just the energy I'm giving off. I want to think it's the energy that I'm giving off, this positive energy.
It's
Because
the
they
shoes.
just,
The shoes.
it could be the shoes because
Yeah,
people
probably
like
the
shoes.
How do you walk?
Huh?
How do you walk?
No, I would just be
What
standing
kind of
there.
walk do you got? Like,
I mean, I got a decent walk,
I got a
in
decent
my high
walk.
heel shoes. But
You're so humble.
thank you. No, but they will sit there and have a show enough conversation with me. Like this one guy sat there and talked to me for 30 minutes. And I was like, dude, my show starts in like 3 minutes. I got to get upstairs. And he was like, yeah, because you are great and I'm blessed to talk to you. And I was
Yeah.
like, what, people don't talk to you? And he said no.
And it go a long way. Conversation go a long way.
Yes.
Anybody can appreciate that. You
And
could have
you never
made
know
somebody's day just like a smile. Conversation,
Yeah.
a smile.
Yeah.
You'd be
I
surprised.
always
Everybody got
say-
their head in that.
I always say one
And they
kind
phone.
word will brighten a person's whole day. One kind word.
Yeah,
will
everybody
brighten a
head in their phone. Everybody looking down. Like people don't look
Yeah,
at the sky.
like that
people don't.
cartoon I
Mhm.
shared on my page.
Right.
It's true.
Right.
It's
Nobody-
really
It's real.
Yeah.
Like it really is real. And I love talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the reasons why I came back to Baltimore was because you can walk down the street and
meant to be
speak to
good.
just about anybody and they'll respond. They'll say
Yeah.
hi or hello at
It's a
least.
hello.
Hello.
Right.
When I was in New York, I got cursed out for speaking to people.
Oh no, you just don't even look people in their eyes in New York.
I just say they move so fast, they bump into you. It's just
Yeah.
it's normal.
Brought that up because when you said that, that's the first thing I thought about. Like because I was thinking about how York when I went on like my first trip. I was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we were walking down the street and it was just like one side of the sidewalk, people was going this way, the other
New
side
York
of the
minute.
sidewalk. Even when you bump into people, you know, we used to, you bump, excuse me.
You don't got time
No.
for that.
You stop to say excuse me.
Right.
You couldn't.
It
You
ain't
wouldn't
none of
have
that in
time.
New
You
York.
wouldn't
It's
have
none of
time.
that.
So it's like boom, boom, boom. Everybody just keep going. I was like,
You couldn't do nothing. to
Ain't
them
it
if you
like
wanted to.
weird?
Right. It's
If you
it's
wanted to bang
rude.
them, you could.
like a trance or something.
Yeah, trans. Like
It's weird.
But my thing is this. Wow.
it's a sick city.
I agree.
That's called a New York minute.
I mean,
it's a literal phrase. That
like,
time
I'll
they just
have
so
to
much
say
fast.
this.
They
The education I received in New York is super valuable. I wouldn't be the woman I am today had I not received that education.
anytime.
However,
Wait a minute, Wren.
however,
Wren. Anytime they walking up and down the damn steps and they don't see a big ass rat. You know what I mean? Like these rats is
They just more fast paced.
falling across their feet and everything.
It don't
crawling.
matter. They going
And they don't give a shit.
Because it don't matter at the end of the day.
So
they
you
going where they
can't-
going. That's all that
With a
matters.
city like that, you can't say why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
but I do.
It's just
Because I'll say
nasty.
this.
It's a sick
Like, for
city.
instance, so look at my feet. She says, I'm from NYC and I was raised to say good morning when you make eye contact. Well, yeah, let's just remember who you are and who you were raised by, too. Because she's a sweet, sweet giving person. And she probably comes from the, you know, she was absolutely raised. She didn't grow up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, especially speak to your neighbors, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But it's a
So
culture.
when I came up there, you know, I came up there for undergrad, you know, and I was young when I got to college, you know, and I'm looking around, and I was cool when I was on campus, you know. When I left campus, because I'm friendly, y'all know it. I'm super friendly. Like I can go anywhere and make at least one friend, because it's just what I do. Because I love people. I love to love. That's why I celebrate life on Salacious Life. I celebrate love and life on Salacious Life because it's real, you know. But I found that, and I won't say everybody, in intimate situations when I was in NYC, I made great friends. Friends that I will hold dear to me for the rest of my life. On your normal travels, especially coming out the South, where I'm used to people pulling over to the side of the road to speak to you.
Yes.
If they see you, right?
Down south.
Baltimore is not quite that, but we still have we have this like duality, this northern southern thing kind of going on.
We caught in between. We East Coast, but South at the same time. But we don't claim the South. It's like,
but we
don't know that we South. They don't know that this is South.
Dies off.
Yeah.
If you pay attention. 'Cause
Yeah.
like Southern hospitality, then you come up here and you still have
A little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
They're still cordial.
Right in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah.
Right in the middle.
To a certain limit.
It's like, okay, they're gracious. Then next is just like, oh, that was just downright rude.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, ignorant ass. You know, yeah.
Like you speak to people and you like, they look like, why would
Right.
you speak
Why would you speak to me?
People speak to me,
I
though.
speak
As a
to
man, though.
everyone. If I can, I mean,
If I
if I can, I
Right.
would speak to everyone. The millions and millions of people that walk up and down the streets of New York City, I would speak to all of them if I could.
But I could speak for Baltimore. I walk around a lot in the city, but I don't have no, especially downtown, this area right here.
Mm-hmm.
I know in my head done random dudes, women, whatever. I never had no problem. Nobody never
neither.
get mad at me. It's
Me
just
neither.
it's a respect thing. Men respect
People,
men.
they
Women
speak
respect
to each other. How you doing?
Or if they don't,
You know,
I don't
what's
feel
up?
as though it's on
Yeah.
purpose or they
Right.
being
Like
that
I
way.
literally make a friend, whether they are with or without a home,
Right.
every single week. Outside of the
Are you
station.
talking about your box?
Yeah, we ready to go get him.
I feel like I need to go
You
get
making
him a
people
meal.
jealous right now.
You
that
know?
Yeah,
you done
yeah.
hold up.
Because he really was. He was
Aw.
very nice and he seemed very
He
sincere.
might have had dinner and everything.
He may have, but I had my
You-
show, so
you
I had to
will
go.
be
I didn't have
surprised.
time. I didn't have time. But I was definitely, I felt good.
Yeah.
You know, it felt good to even just hold the short conversation I had with him.
Ain't nothing wrong
you
with that.
know,
Stay that way. Stay that way.
I don't want to change.
Yeah, stay
You
that
know,
way.
I don't want
Never.
to change.
Always be grateful. Always be gracious.
Always be grateful. Always be gracious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be respectful.
Yeah.
Love first, hate later. You know, kind of like
never hate.
Try not to.
Oh no, you gotta
never
hate sometimes.
No, you don't. Never hate.
I try not
It don't
to.
do nothing for you.
Or I ain't gonna lie.
It don't do nothing
You know,
for you.
It don't
the
benefit
duality of
nothing.
my
But
life.
It's all in us. It's all in us.
It don't benefit your family. It don't benefit nothing. Hate don't benefit nobody.
Well, I would say, love first, disconnect. Like,
Yes.
How about that?
Keep
you
it
like
moving.
that?
Better.
Keep it moving is better. I don't acknowledge hate.
I just
don't.
Oh, he is lying.
I can't.
We are so
put it in my
off topic.
He is lying.
We're so off topic because
Oh, yeah, we can bounce
were
back.
talking about being
acknowledge hate.
entitled,
See?
right?
Yeah.
And
You hating right now,
I mean,
and I ain't acknowledge it.
I definitely feel some kind of way about
what?
people who feel entitled. So I have disconnected myself from female friends. I mean, people who have longevity in my life, people I've known
Oh my
damn
God.
near since I've been here. You know what I mean? Like damn near my whole life. I've disconnected, not because they did something to me, but because our moral fibers are not the same. I do not like women who take advantage of their mates, whether they're female
my
or
goodness,
male.
I just was talking about this earlier.
I can't do it.
That is great.
Like I can't do it. Like, you might be a great person to me. You may treat me very well.
Oh my
But at the end of the
gosh.
day, you are not a good person.
No.
And I will only have good people around me.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta be. You
I
can't-
just told Wall Street. Shout out to Wall Street. I just told Wall Street the same thing. The same thing. I had to literally, like, explain how many people I had in my life, and I just swiped all of them to the side.
Sometimes you have to
off of the table.
You have to make space for the
Yes.
right people
Yes.
to be in your life.
Because
And because
of
I
how
have
they was treating their
decided that
people.
I'm gonna lead a peaceful life,
Mhm.
that I will live and not exist, and that I will, my catchphrase, live unapologetically.
Yeah.
I have to make space for good people, because though I'm not perfect, I strive.
Yeah.
And I take it seriously.
Yes.
Every move I make is a benevolent one.
If they ain't salacious, kick them.
Wow.
Kick
True.
them out of there. If they ain't
You gotta
salacious.
look.
You gotta run with it.
You gotta run with
You
me
gotta-
too.
you gotta have
Look,
the same motives.
You have to have the same motives. We
Not
gotta walk the
necessarily
same walk.
exact thing,
They don't have
but
to be the exact thing, because I want to
the same
learn.
direction.
Everybody is different.
So early in the show,
Can't be the
before you
same.
guys joined me, one of the things I said was to have respect for your partner and to learn from them, be able to learn from them. So I wouldn't want a guy who thinks exactly like me. I like the challenge
Right.
of
I agree.
a heated conversation. It doesn't have to be an argument, but don't you love a passionate conversation?
Yeah,
about
passion.
something?
Passion, but not heat.
I don't want to
What I'm
fight.
saying, I just
don't
wanted
wanna fight,
to
but I
make
love
sense.
a
I don't like
good-
I wanted to make sense.
No, absolutely. I think
You don't gotta agree with me, but
you don't have to agree with me, but tell
Come
me
with it.
why you feel the way you feel
exactly.
in a
And the
honest,
word I'm
calm,
finding, not
in a calm
it's not about
way.
calm.
No,
not about calm.
it's
A
more
about,
so-
way without yelling and
be
screaming
like on a
and
debate
jumping
team.
around.
Like, prove
That
your
don't
point.
And fighting.
Make
No,
your
make your point. Like, prove your
Yeah.
point.
Make your
Because
point.
I don't mind agreeing to disagree.
Exactly.
And no stretch, because relationships are all about compromise.
Mm-hmm.
And there has been times where people have made points that I felt very strongly about, and I thought I would never back down off of.
Right.
Ever.
You articulate it properly. Everybody's not articulate though, but like my thing is
Not
like
everybody is
just because you're passionate or emotional about something don't mean you're right.
Right.
Just because you're passionate don't mean you're right. If you can't listen to both sides, you're doomed anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta listen way more
But
than
see,
you talk.
people don't
And people
know how to
contradict
learn.
themselves a lot too. They'll say one thing
And
and
then
then do the
something
other.
else.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
Or
being genuine.
they know the logic, but they don't want to do it with you. They'll do it with someone else probably, but they won't do it with you.
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
But I think that it's important to be honest. Like y'all know, I go on a date. The first date.
Yeah, I heard you
ain't
say that.
wearing
You
no
said you don't wear
makeup.
That's,
I don't
that's
put
hard.
my
That's
hair
hard.
up
Yeah.
any kind
That's
of
dope.
fancy way. I don't wear wigs. I don't dress a way that I wouldn't normally dress.
A comedian said
Do
that
you?
that fake
Fake
hair is a
Hair is
costume.
Hey, Fearless Leader, my birthday twin. Y'all get ready for Scorpio season. We are coming for that ass.
Ew. They get ready to start
That's my birthday twin right there.
Literally, they coming for your ass. Fecal matter.
Look.
Ew.
This is Salacious life. Not gutter life. You know, like,
fecal matter.
Not gutter life.
Fecal. No, it's a yeah,
it's
monster.
Like you won't like it.
Yeah.
You won't like
ain't that cool?
You won't like it.
I know, but ain't it cool though? Yeah, that's real nice. Get some big exposed ones. You think people
think they're entitled, Mom?
Stop.
We off air or on air?
No, we're still on air.
We're still on the air. Think they're entitled to whatever they want.
There are a lot of people that are entitled that think they're entitled.
I just feel like I should earn it. Like, don't give me shit. Or if you do, no, I'm gonna be eternally grateful. Like you,
whatever you do,
your generosity blows me away. I said that to you, and I meant it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Money,
to
you
a
gonna
fault.
get on the mic? Or you...
No, he's getting ready to go back out. But I just wanted to. I just wanted to, say that because his generosity does blow me away, and I just had to tell him it was a random thought.
That's what's up.
But I had to make sure he knew because I was grateful to be his friend.
Yeah, and that's how we was raised. Our family, we always was raised to help one another and love one another, treat each other with kindness. Like it's all in us. It's in our blood to be like that. So when I be around like people that's not like me, it feels funny. It feels funny when someone act out a different type of way.
Right.
And
I definitely get that.
and I can tell. I get a certain vibe. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking too just now, just because like I had that random thought about Monty earlier this week. And I had to make sure he knew that I was grateful.
Thankful.
I think in relationships there may be times where people are grateful, but they don't show it.
Yes.
So somebody feels unappreciated, and that's a hard one to come back from.
Yeah, it is.
When we come back from break, we're going to talk about a few things that might be hard to come back from, like unreconcilable differences.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
We can go into that.
We can go into it. We'll be right back with Salacious Life.
Oh my God.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all. You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they
I
need
can
a
use a
butt.
little extra tissue there.
I can pop it right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was just
a particular one, But it's always something that you can
go ahead. So can you recollect any signs that you might not get right?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he with his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
No. Ain't no way.
Not the How they bust? Let me show how they bust.
And then want to cry afterwards. I mean, what the is the point of the tears? I mean, I can see you shake, yeah, and you know, shake it off real quick. But you crying? Fuck out of here.
What was he crying for?
Cause baby, this pussy make that. You in? I got that good nasty bitch. The shade.
McLean's Couch every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Back with Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. We are doing our weekly Hump Day discourse. I have Cross entered the room with me, so I got Cross and I got Mimi, and I got Jungle. So I'm feeling like, you know, I'm surrounded by family tonight.
Of course you are.
And I am in such a good mood that I'm just spilling out over everybody else because I really am in a good mood.
It's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe.
Cross? It's a vibe.
What up, Cross?
You feeling good?
She want a vibe.
Welcome.
I'm feeling real Star Wars.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah. It's a vibe.
You want a vibe?
So before we went on break, we finished up talking about being grateful, right? And we wanted to, because Jungle brought something up and it made me think, what are some things you feel like you can't come back from in a relationship? Like, what are the things, there's a point of no return. Like, there's things that experts say you can't come back from. You know, like, for example, your thoughts on this. Experts say you can't come back from dating a narcissist, like a person that's self-absorbed. Like, that will kill a relationship.
That's true. I agree.
You can't come back from it. There's no saving the relationship when you're dating a narcissist.
Even if you've been in that relationship long enough, you kind of take on some of those ways.
You can take on narcissistic ways. Narcissistic traits is what I like to say. You can take on narcissistic traits.
Yeah. Which is bad.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It's very bad.
Yes, it is.
Incorporate them into your life when you're coping with them.
When you're coping with a narcissist.
You get used to them, and then you adapt.
Right.
Because we are natural adapters.
Right.
Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too, Nikki.
Hey, thanks for joining us this evening on Salacious Life with Dr. Wren.
Salacious Life.
Love the way it come out your mouth, right? Makes your mouth water, makes you salivate.
With Dr. Wren.
Well, it is X-rated. It is X-rated. It's just a really pretty way of saying X-rated with Dr. Wren. No,
Google it.
Google it, dummies. We're not that X-rated tonight, but we were talking about.
We can go there.
We can get X-rated,
Not
but
yet.
not yet. I'm not.
It's
there
early.
Yet. It's still early, and I'm in my happy place. Let me stay in my happy place just a little bit longer.
Not
It's real
satisfy
comfy
all the audience.
It's real comfy up here.
I love your hair wrap.
Oh, thank you very much. I got this from Flourish today. Flourish on St. Paul Street, St. Paul in 25th? It's 2445.
Shout out to them.
St. Paul Street. So shout out to Flourish for my head wrap. Thank you so much. That's where we had meditation today. It was very
that's what I want to ask you. The meditation.
That's where we had meditation today. We were healing from the inside out. So what were we talking about? Oh, so dealing with a narcissist.
The no-nos. Oh, well, narcissist was one of the topics for us.
Yeah, that was like a big one. Because that was like the number one thing that experts say that's a point of no return. Yeah. Dealing with someone who is a narcissist, I mean, completely self-absorbed and think that you are blessed to be with them. And they don't need any kind of affirmation from you. They are God's gift to the planet.
Right.
Their shit don't stink.
And don't really have nothing going for themselves.
Typically speaking,
that's different.
Typically speaking, narcissists don't have a lot going on for themselves. They have created this image of themselves in their own minds. It is really like a diagnosis.
Yeah, when you worthless, that's kind of crazy.
Because
when you're negative, that's when it's you should feel that you got something to offer. Everybody has something to offer. But if you got nothing to offer and you acting like that, that's when you're wrong. But everybody's a gift. That's what I'm saying.
I think everybody's a gift. Like,
a gift.
You know, it's that diamond ring.
But
you don't
if
need
you
it,
just
but you take care of that shit when you get it.
Taken away from somebody, that's when you
I put my rings up.
Were you over there taking a picture? What were you doing?
Being narcissistic.
I'm not live. I'm just recording.
Oh, okay.
Just recording. Place on my page. I have the privilege.
He being
of
narcissistic.
In here with the doctor, Wren. So I would like to get some.
Yeah, he bet. That's good over there.
That's good.
I'm messing with him. That's my man.
Y'all funny. Just want a little something for me. little bit of Wren to take home with you. Yes. Keep you warm at night.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the case. I need a hug.
It's I'm that nightcap on Hump Day. Take it home, keep you warm at night.
Why should show on Hump Day?
Just in case you're not going home and cuffing, doing
Kind of like me, I'm single.
Yeah, well, see, you're single.
Give me something to imagine later on.
Absolutely.
So
Imaginate.
This is like totally off topic.
Imaginate.
I spent like 30 minutes. Okay, so I was feeling a little girly, so I polished my nails. But I spent like 30 minutes thinking, let me see your nails, Mimi. Just hold your hand up. Okay, you don't have any. Let me see your nails, right? Okay. No, I was thinking about, I spent like 30 minutes really examining it. You see my nails?
Yeah.
See this way?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This has a nail.
Mm-hmm.
This has a nail.
And those two don't?
You don't.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Salacious life.
I've been told.
Fingers. Salacious life.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So,
that's
for our listeners, before we get back to the topic, because you can't see our lovely engineer, so this is her hand, and she says that this one had a nail, this one had a nail, this one had a nail, but those two didn't.
Magic fingers.
Magic fingers.
But that's not true. I've been told by when people see my nails that they automatically say, well, we know what you don't do.
Oh, hell no.
Right?
She just showed you her hand. How's that not true?
And they say, I know what you don't do.
Yeah, he don't think about nobody. You ain't putting your fingers in nobody.
Looking like
them long ass,
wait. His fingernails look like talons, and he wants to put them where?
You ain't putting them motherfuckers in nobody's
Okay. Just checking, cause I just
hope not.
I mean, really.
He got some long nails.
He got some long, like, nigga, do I need to
long.
rub your hands so that my nails grab me? I got already nails. I got nails. I got white tips. My shit look like French manicure, and this is just my nails.
I get stopped everywhere, and people take my hands and ask me and look at my nails everywhere I go.
Like, do you wash your hands, my nigga? That's what they say.
Do I wash my... No, they actually
That's what they say.
You take very well. No, they don't think so?
People probably think
not right now.
This young man, Jungle, who's in the jungle, he doesn't think my nails look nice, but other people stop me and compliment me.
Nobody in this table thinks your nails look good.
Now, can you explain narcissist for me, please?
You. I wouldn't say that. I don't know. A narcissist is a person. Maybe we should look up like dictionary definition. Who got it?
Google.
This phrase?
Somebody got Google.
But it's a very self-absorbed person. Look it up. That's it. What is the
self-absorbed?
Dictionary
that
definition?
That's fair enough to say. It ain't that.
No, you gotta break it down.
No, it's not that deep.
You can. I would rather break it down.
Self-absorbed
Here's the
person.
definition of narcissist: a person who has an excessive interest and admiration of themselves. Narcissists who think the world revolves around them.
Yep.
So dating a narcissist, being the recipient of that, where you're giving to this person, feeding their ego. And every so often they might throw you a bone just to keep you around.
Wow.
You know, they might be like, oh, yeah,
Ooh, Lord.
Because you are, and I still want you to, eat my pussy tonight. But I don't need you because I'm that great.
So it's no consideration.
Yeah.
And
I'm better than you.
And I'm better than you.
Yeah. And
you're
really nothing. Yeah, you're lucky to be with me. You're lucky to be with me. Yes, it sounds terrible. And it sounds terrible, and it's no coming back.
So they're saying being in a relationship with a person, once that relationship becomes toxic, because inevitably it will. This is what experts are saying. I'm not taking sides on this one.
I believe this.
But this is what experts say. They say once that relationship goes toxic, there's no coming back from it. So, for instance, a lot of people say, not all, this is about a 50-50 split. People say you can come back from cheating. on your significant other. About half the people said they can forgive and move on. Another half was like, fuck that shit, is dead, it's done. Yeah, believe it or not, most women can get over the fact that men cheated.
Right.
More so than men can get over the fact that women cheated.
Men don't go
well,
for
I've
that.
been in that situation like that where one of my exes cheated on me and we talked it out, worked it out.
Yeah.
And
hold that thought. You know we got paid them bills.
Bills.
Again. We'll be right back with Salacious Life. We're gonna come back to you.
He's dead.
6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like you're dating, you're dating your dad, right? I look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of people. You know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh,
man. Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately. And it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You're not supposed to take stuff first.
We're back. We're back. It's my show. We all get along.
Hey.
It's love and light in this room.
Yes, it is.
Love, baby.
Right. Feel the vibe.
This is Wren space.
It's the vibe.
We loving up in here.
Vibe.
We're loving up in here. So anyway, your ex.
Yes.
You came back from her cheating on you.
Yeah, the exact situation was I was incarcerated for about 60 days, and about 40 days into the 60-day incarceration, I get wind that something is happening, and I continue to do my little investigation over the phone by calling people, whatever, that I noticed out on the land with her, and come to find out it was true. And then the person that she actually cheated on me with actually confirmed it as well too.
Oh,
so,
damn.
Yeah.
So you knew that shit happened.
Yeah. So
I mean,
it was a vibe.
Yeah.
It was
a really
a vibe.
Big vibe. A really big vibe. And but
it's not funny though. I'm just.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, it hurt, but I mean, I got over it. You know what I mean? It made me, a better person. I used that situation as a stepping stone.
Look back at it.
You know what I mean? Definitely did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a lesson.
I know what.
Did you cry?
Oh man, I cried my eyes out.
Oh.
I really did. I felt like that was the ultimate betrayal because I felt like you expressed a lot of, feelings to me, about our relationship, and then, it just you just reneged everything. Like everything you said, every word was like a total lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a major spin.
That goes back to when I was saying people contradict what they say. They say they love you, they say this and they say that, and then they turn around and do the opposite. So I really hate that. That's why y'all was saying we don't have hate in us. Yes, I hate that. I hate contradictions. People that lie.
That's always hard.
And contradict
Have
themselves.
you come back from a cheating relationship?
No, I haven't. Me, honestly, I've cheated a lot into men. And I didn't realize what I was doing by cheating.
Right.
Until I got cheated on.
I think a lot of people. I mean, you're laughing at me, but for real, I think it's.
No,
I think that's real. That you don't really know the damage that you are bestowing on other people until it happens to you.
And I live my life every day now by that one lesson.
By that lesson.
Cheated on and how it felt to be cheated on. So I refuse to give someone a commitment if it's not going to be 100% commitment.
Absolutely. Like we doing this or no.
Yeah.
And if it's no,
Then,
it's no.
okay, it's no.
That's all right.
I accept
It's
that.
all right too. You know,
that pain of being cheated on hurts so bad.
Absolutely.
And I said, I cried.
Because it's a betrayal.
Yes.
It's not just that somebody stepped out on your relationship. They betrayed the relationships. That's a whole nother level of... Now, with that being said, I have been cheated on before. More than once, actually, in my long life of being blessed with this presence on the planet.
That you know of. That you know of.
So,
wait a minute, what you say, Nikki?
Shade. No, that was shade.
That was
coming
shade?
from Nikki.
Uh-oh.
That was fuck that. That was an almond tree. That was shade. That was not an umbrella. That was shade. That was a cloudy fucking day. That was a lunar eclipse. That was shade.
A dose of reality.
Now, like I was saying, I've been cheated on before, and you know what's funny? There was levels to that shit. And let me explain. I didn't care about the infidelity until it felt like that relationship was more than just sex. Then I felt like that person had betrayed our relationship, because I felt like, all right, if you're moving forward with that person, just quit it with me. I'm not going to be mad, because at the end, if you love somebody, you want them happy whether they're with you or not, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if he had just said to me, Wren, you're great, but I'm a move. My ex-girlfriend did that. I was good with that because she didn't cheat on me. She was just like, you know what? I met somebody else. I think we connect better than you and I. She and I still friends to this day. I mean, that's my homie.
Because
For
she
real.
was 100.
Because she was 100 with me.
Yeah,
right.
keep that
If he
shit
had did
100.
that, I wouldn't have been as upset with the cheating. You know, but the fact that it had moved to another level, it wasn't just fucking. Because you know what? Sometimes for real, you know, I like poly relationships because I get tired.
Poly?
You know, like niggas, I could use a couple extra holes. So you know, if you want to find another woman, you know, so that I can, you know, help spread the love, so I don't have to take all the abuse. By all means, you know, but that was not what happened. It was more than just sex, you know, and to me, you know, sex is separate, you know, but it was more than just sex.
I
Like,
believe in you should establish that though.
what, that sex is separate?
You establish the difference between just having sex or actually being
Yeah, oh,
in a
absolutely.
relationship.
If you're in a relationship, I mean,
Monogamous,
like,
polyamorous,
whatever it
you wanna
is,
call
whatever
it.
the
If
boundaries
two
are.
people establish the boundaries, like you said, that's perfect work. You establish the boundaries. Because a lot of women get it twisted when they're like, they'll feel like they the dude girlfriend and they not. Like,
No, I think that a lot of women, I think a lot of women, and I've watched this happen, I think a lot of women fall. Like they go into the relationship
dudes
as
play
a
that
friend
same game,
with
too.
benefits, and they fall. I think there are men that do the
They
same
really
thing.
do play on
Or I think a lot of times men go into the relationship a little different, but this is my opinion, so y'all can
Right.
correct me if I'm
Right.
wrong, because you are men.
Don't win. It's
You know, and don't think just because y'all dudes that I don't think my balls are bigger than y'all's. Just throw that. Let me throw
You
that.
gotta
out there.
show
But
'em.
anyway, so anyway,
Gotta show 'em.
I don't have balls.
That's good.
But I have a big
I have
ass
the
clit.
proverbial ball. But anyway, no, I think a lot of men will fuck their way into a relationship. Does it make any sense?
Yeah.
Not
Like
to me.
they know what they bring.
Yeah.
They're skilled at what they do.
Sexually.
So they sexually. So
Yeah.
they bring their A game to a woman who might be kinda into them, hoping that they take it over that line, convince her to be with them because they really brought it. Like their head game was on point, or their stroke was out of this world, or whatever they do. You know, shit, they massaged her feet right. Whatever they do, they brought their A game to get her to come over the hump.
I kind of disagree with that because that's the woman's perspective. I don't think.
Well, I'm a woman.
A man. No, just speaking for a man from a woman's
No,
perspective.
but I said it's
And,
my
like, people
opinion.
probably
Yeah, I
agree
didn't
with you.
know.
It's all opinions, but
Yeah.
like. Elaine can get in a relationship. It's not hard to be in a relationship.
But sometimes
you
to
don't have to.
convince a woman that maybe slightly out your league, or somebody who you really like, but she might have put you in the friend zone, you know, because that happens.
But of
you know
course,
what I
if
mean?
you lay it down
Fuck
on
your
her,
way
that's not.
into a relationship, not just You know what I'm saying?
But courtship is something different. That's what you're gonna do if you're trying to be in a relationship.
But then that's
from a man perspective.
Steve
We're gonna
Urkeling her down. You know,
courtship.
I'm weighing you
but
down.
when it comes down to that,
remember he said.
Steve
So he
Urkel
got
worked hard for
Steve
Lord.
Urkel worked hard.
but he never got it. But unless he
Not
was
until he
Jaleel.
became
He never
Steve
got closer to
Stephon.
Jaleel,
right.
Stephon
Jaleel, he had to
Leslie.
be somebody.
I said Jaleel White. I said his real name. Stephon.
He had to be somebody
So he came
else.
close. He still didn't beat it.
I mean, he worked at who he was, and when
still
that
didn't
wasn't
beat it.
accepted, he just transformed into
He
someone else.
transferred. Which, by the way, I 100% disagree with. Please
What?
be yourself and love yourself first.
Oh.
Yes.
If a person can't accept you for who you are, do not change
Yeah.
for them.
It's not going to
But that's
happen.
the adult person. A lot
Fuck
of
that.
people
Even
aren't
when
really
I was
adults.
a teenager, I was not going to change.
Nope, I
Like,
will
nah.
not do that.
No.
That's me as well. I'm
I love
like
myself.
And either like me for me or step off.
So I had a boyfriend when I was in high school, right? And he was cool. He I have piercings, right? Like right here.
A
I
little
only
bit.
had these
Just
two,
like two.
in
Two
high
or
school.
three, yeah.
I have a few more, but these are just the two you can see, right? So all right, I got these two, right? He hated the fact that I never wore earrings in my front holes. Like it bothered him. It was something dumb, right? Didn't
High
I say that
school.
shit was dumb?
High school.
It's high
Key
school.
word.
I could give a fuck. I was a dancer. So 9 times out of 10, my hair was in a bun and point shoes were on my feet. So who cared about my earrings? I couldn't wear jewelry in the
Anyway.
studio anyway. So why try to keep up with several sets of earrings when I could just wear the two in my second holes and call it a damn day, right? He had a serious issue with this shit to the point where he wanted to argue with me, like have a show enough fight with me. We in the car, he driving along, I'm sitting there, and he's like, "Why you don't never wear no fucking earrings?"
Cause y'all was 16 years old.
Wasn't even 16. We weren't even 16, mind
You
you.
were 15.
You know, he was picking at me. So that's another thing that experts say
Teenager.
you can't come back from. No, picking at your partner.
No, because it's like you're breaking them
Picking
down.
at
You're taking a little
On
bit from them
purpose.
every time you do that.
They do it on purpose.
They say picking at your partner. Now, he tried. He tried me. And I said to him, and then he was like, "You'll never wear your hair down."
Especially when,
But wait,
when they're
y'all
trying-
know,
I'm stuck
when
on
I
the
was in
age.
high
I'm
school,
stuck on the
my
age.
hair
I'm
came
stuck
down to
on
my
high school.
ass. So wearing my hair down, past it. Wearing my hair down was not an option at all, period. Because it was just too much to deal with, right? All them curls flowing everywhere. Fuck that.
Right.
This was not a Pantene commercial. I wasn't wearing my hair down.
Right.
My father used to put my hair up, and before there was a Kim K, there was a Dr. Wren. Well, I wasn't Dr. Wren then. I was just, that was Princess Wren, right? Princess Wren had the big, huge Kim K bun on top of her head. Ask Nikki, because she remember when I was in high school, the bun was sitting up on top of my head because I had too much fucking hair.
What you mixed with? Why was that long?
I'm mixed with several things. We'll go into my ethnicity another
Moorish.
day.
She's Moorish.
We all Moorish.
All right.
Why wouldn't I
You're
women?
Moorish, then why you asking now?
Because we are the original people.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
They all get what they have from us. So we
Facts.
need to stop thinking this, oh, who you mix with, no, who are they mixed
Facts.
So, my ethnicity is all brown, except for one person. But I got my hair from my brown side, and
But it
had
was
all this
wavy.
hair.
That's what
It's
I'm trying
curly.
to say. I'm
I
not-
have ringlets.
It's curly, but
like,
it's long.
Y'all can't tell because my hair's
Yeah,
locked.
I can't
but
tell, that's why I asked.
when it's not locked, when it wasn't locked, it made ringlets, and every so often I'd blow them out and do the whole Aaliyah thing because my rap would come down and like scoop way
Okay.
low,
Yeah.
and people would be like,
That's dope.
like, damn, that's dope. Because it was what society called attractive back then. I was
Yeah,
light
beat
skin,
me away.
long
I
hair,
would
I was
chase you
slim,
around.
even though
Right.
I was about as exciting as a white fucking wall, but I had long hair and I was light skinned, right? Nobody.
No, you lying. You Scorpio. You Scorpio.
So I had
You was
personality.
not boring. Nah, I'm
So I
not
had
going for
personality.
that.
And that's what
what did they talk
matters.
about last night?
And
I had
that's what
sex
matters.
appeal, right? I had sex appeal,
Right.
right? That's what we talked about on
It's
McLean's
not boring,
couch last
ever.
night. But my body was about as exciting as a white wall.
He was like
We're talking
built like
no
a butter
curve.
knife or a spork.
Built like an ink pen. Ink pen.
Igriagra.
Straight up and down. Ink pen with long hair.
So a flat screen TV was fatter than you.
There was no flat screen TVs when I was
What else?
in high
What else?
school.
Buzz. Who got buzz?
Wasn't
Her
no
body.
flat screen
Her high
TVs.
school
We
body.
had the big backs with the weights in them that nobody wanted to move. Once it was in
Chat.
place,
When
it
she was built
stayed
like
there.
Chat.
I don't believe that, right?
Well, you don't have to.
Right.
Right. Wallpaper. No, not wallpaper. Yes. Q, wallpaper.
Come on,
Ren
get
had
out of
no
chat.
shape.
Get out of chat room.
Ren had no shape at all. But I was happy with who I was.
Yeah.
And I wasn't willing to change. So them ringlets would up in a bun every single day. My father would sit there and do my father did my hair till I left for college because it was just too much hair. I could not do my own hair. And he would put it up in the bun because that's what he knew how to do. You know, man, y'all pick one. If y'all got daughters, y'all pick one or two styles y'all can do, and y'all do the shit out of them one or two styles.
Yeah.
That was daddy. He did them one or two styles, and he kept me looking fresh. But yeah, I was a white wall. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life with Dr. Wren.
Come back with us.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Couple minutes left in the segment. Sure. Change is good. Yes. Knowing when to make that change in your life. And I think it's important that you know a strategy. You know where you need to go. But change is good. Everything don't stay the same.
Right.
And if you're a person, especially for old people, that can't accept change, then it's kind of hard. Right. I was going to a church. I'm gonna make this real brief. I was going to a church that could not. Some older members. I attended the second oldest black Presbyterian church in the country. That's one. And why are you laughing? Yeah, it's bad that you even knew that. And that's the soundbite. Yeah. So
thank you, Eric.
we would play certain music, and we implemented a lot of equipment or instruments like drums and piano, and the style of singing changed. And two people out of the congregation, after the service, they would go up to the pastor, sit down, and say, "Hey, sit down. Let me talk to you." And they will critique each song in the service every week, and it was change. It was evolution. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they could not begin to accept it. Like, they are used to the traditional hymn.
The Negro spiritual.
Yes. Not only that.
He's dead.
Oh, 6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
while
death.
They were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right. Okay. Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like, you're dating, you know you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of people. You know he gay, right, Percy?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we are back. I am Dr. Wren, in case you missed it. We are doing our weekly Hump Day discourse, and we were talking about changing for someone else, because Jungle said people will change, try to change for their partner. And I'm telling you now, don't. Because though I was shaped like a white wall when I was in high school and college and grad school, I ain't get no shape to me.
A ballpoint pen.
Ty had the baby.
Beautiful shape, by the way.
Thank you very much.
That's what I don't
But
believe it.
Buddy brought out the little bit of whatever I got, and I appreciate that shit, yo. That's my homie. Shout outs to Bud. He's in the bed sleep.
High school don't matter though. Like, that's why I want to tell kids, like, high school do not
But
matter.
it's preparation for real life. High school is that transition between being a child and being an adult. So it is the time to explore and try things. So I suggest that kids date. And I'm not saying you should be going out and fucking everybody you meet, but you should date and try to date different types of people, because by the time you get to college, the relationships you start to have, if you go to college, but by the time you graduate from high school, let's just say that, I mean, for me, it was college, but that's not for everybody, and I'm not even saying that it should be. But by the time you graduate from high school, the relationships you start to have in your early 20s start to be long-term, deep relationships, and you can really either fuck yourself up or fuck somebody else up in your 20s. Do you know what I mean? So high school is a good time to try new things.
I disagree.
High school, I don't think I gave anybody a serious year, a serious 6 months in high school.
Well, I fucked up because I dated.
You probably ain't never get nobody serious nothing.
I dated the same guy from.
He get nobody.
Look,
elementary school.
Look, he's like he wasn't serious.
He never was serious.
Wait. For me,
this nigga
he
talking
said,
about.
I wasn't serious.
Over there talking about
I cheated on you. That is fucked up.
We were together for 2 years.
That's the truth. I mean,
that nigga ain't serious about shit. He ain't serious about it.
We don't want to know that.
But look, you've learned something from the situation. He learned something, hopefully, from the situation.
But I'm saying, like, how do you? This is what I disagree about. How do you date in high school if you're poor? If you're poverty? I grew up in poverty.
Dating
if I take you on a
dating
date,
does not cost money.
Impressed.
Dating does not cost money.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No.
What y'all talking about?
You're dating the wrong women. Dating does not cost money.
High school, I don't remember even worried about any money in high school.
So I dated the same guy. Let me finish my story. I dated the same guy from 6th grade.
When you're a trick, it costs money.
Hold up. I dated the same guy from 6th grade.
Tricking is not dating.
Through my 11th grade. Matter of fact, we broke up the day before my ring dance. He broke up with me. I'll tell you about that too. He's the only guy in the world that ever broke up with me. Anyway, long time for a young person, right? So from 11. Not even. I wasn't even 11 in 6th grade. From 10, the end of 6th grade, about 10. I was about 10 to.
When he busted open.
15. 10 to 15. So 5 years with a young person. No, we never had sex. But anyway, I dated the same person, and I feel like I was at a disadvantage when I left to go to school, because then I only dated one other person while I was in high school. Like after we broke up, a few months down the road, I met somebody else. And I dated that person, and she was good. She was cool. But
a girl?
You dated a girl in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
That was kind of odd back in that day.
It was taboo.
Yeah, back in that day
it was taboo. But she was fine, and
I know,
that's just what it was.
You date the best, we know.
So absolutely. So but I felt like I was at a disadvantage because when I left to go to New York, like for school, there was this plethora of people around me and everybody checking for me, and I had no experience with several different types of people. And I remember when I was bringing up my sister, and she got to high school, and she was dating this one guy, and she was like, I don't know if I said, well, move on, because it's high school, not serious, right? And then she dated a totally different kind of guy, and she dated well, guess what? She was a much more adjusted 20-something-year-old than I was. You know, like it took me a minute to find my mojo. I had to go through a couple husbands and, have a kid and deal with some shit before I figured out
who you are,
who I was and what I liked and what I didn't like and what I was going to deal with, because I missed that transition, that part of my transition between being a child and being an adult, because I was with the same damn guy. Mind you, that damn guy broke up with me the day before my fucking ring dance. But shout outs to Leonard. I don't know if you're listening.
No.
But he came
She
through
throwing
in
her
the
hate.
clutch because this nigga came through with the tuxedo and the corsage the next day to take me to ring dance.
Oh.
So, shout out to
Shout out,
him.
Leonard.
He's out in Cali now. Shout outs to
What's
him
up,
and his
Leonard?
wife and his beautiful children.
Aw.
Yes, I will never forget that shit
That is
because
gorgeous.
he went to Poly. He came through on the clutch because I needed somebody to back me up.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
By
That's
you
what's
only
up.
dating 2 people in high school, pretty much from middle school and high school, did that make you a smarter person as far as education-wise? Because you was able to focus on your education and
No,
not
I
date? No?
I've dated all that time.
Yeah.
I just only dated one person.
Okay.
But I went out, and that's what I was saying. Dates in high school don't have to cost anything.
That's what I'm trying
because
to
one of the
understand.
things,
Go
because
back
he
to
didn't have
that.
a job.
You didn't answer my question.
He didn't have a job. He played football. So he didn't have a job, because he had practice every day after school. You know what I mean? He was all state. He didn't have a job, So we used to do nothingness. Do you know what I mean? If that makes
What?
any sense, we would go on drives, or
Drive?
When
You had a car, so we had money. He
no,
wasn't
his
poor.
parents had a car.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
All
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
So there were
He
times
wasn't
where he didn't have a car, and we would take like a long ass walk. Like I mean
I love long walks.
ass walk.
I
Like put
love
on
that.
sneakers and walk like
yes, that is awesome though. That is really awesome, and you see the animals.
Or we would go to because he played. No, we
You
didn't
see
do
the
that.
animals and
We
shit
would
running
go
across
to-
the road and shit.
Hold up.
Ready to attack you.
Hold up. But like we went to school.
Y'all got running shit together.
Hold up one second.
Like run! It's
So-
get ready, get me.
You silly.
I'm waiting for the broke nigga shit.
No, so that was another thing. He played sports. When he wasn't playing, we would go watch other he only played football. So he only played one season out the school year. He would come to my basketball games. And I played AAU, like rec ball. So it might be 3 or 4 games in the same day. So we might watch 2 or 3 teams play before I played, or I might play and then we sit back and watch. We sitting back in the bleachers, all cuddled up,
QT,
feeling
quality
up.
time.
Absolutely, ain't cost shit, right? We might go see other schools play.
Cost to get in.
No, it didn't. Not rec ball.
I've never paid anything
What?
to
I used to pay $4 to watch a football game or a
$2.
basketball game, or at least get some cheese fries. Or
You
something
might
like
right,
that.
but we
Cost.
didn't eat. We ate at home.
It costs admission, price
we
of
might
admission.
we ate at home. But you know what I'm saying? Like with scrounging up, I had a job when I was in high school. A lot of times, if we wanted to do something additional, I paid for the shit.
Yeah, I was working at
You know,
Was that
because
your
I worked.
longest relationship?
Ever?
No, I'm just saying like
In high-
ever. That was a long time. Was it 6 to 11?
It was 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. I was married to my son's father longer than that.
Okay. Just wondering.
Mhm.
Would
I was
you
married
trade?
to-
Would you go back for that QT time that you and him had, the football play? Y'all got to go to games together.
That was cool, and we cool now.
Yeah.
I still be mad, when I think about the fact that he broke up with me the day before my fucking ring dance. My shit was all coordinated. You know how we think about shit like that.
Yeah.
You forgave him, but you didn't forget.
I forgave, but I didn't forget. Absolutely, I forgave, but
It's like a prom.
well, it's like homecoming, and it was homecoming for my school because I went to all girls
Homecoming,
school.
prom.
So we
It's
didn't
a
have
dance.
homecoming like
That-
your traditional.
Maybe that's why you had a female
can't
friend
relate,
later on
yo.
the line. 'Cause
No.
you went to all girls school.
No, I like girls before I like guys, believe it or not. I was attracted to women before I was attracted to men. But I was told that was the, being with a man was the way to go. So So I was shied away from it. My father used to say to me, he knew I was going to date women, or at least like them sexually, before I ever did.
You play volleyball?
I play basketball.
Basketball.
I play basketball. I play basketball.
I
played
played volleyball.
I
What
played
position you
point.
played?
I played point.
Point guard. You got handle.
I did.
Sheesh.
Played all the way through college.
That's dope.
Why don't we take our break now? We'll be right back with Salacious
Point
Life with
guard.
Dr. Wren.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
Great. Can you come on. I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part. But I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You lied on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. You know, with our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right.
I have no respect for you, because what have we done to help them except to say that, like I was telling the HL7 that, you know, I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young, and the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. You know, well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are talking Hump Day discourse, and I think we left off with not changing, right? Not changing.
Nobody got no memory in here.
Yeah, it was definitely I know we were talking about not changing. I was talking about that ex that broke up with me. You know, but it's funny. Being dumped is something I think everybody should go through. Like, I've been dumped once. I mean, that guy, he dumped me once, and I grew from it. You know,
told
because
you why?
So he said, I was in high school, he was in college, and I went to a new school, and he was at a new school, and he thought that we should explore our opportunities at the schools we went to. In other words,
he had a good reason though. I wouldn't be mad at him.
In other words, he wanted to fuck the girls in college. I wasn't putting out, and I went to a school that made him feel uncomfortable because I went to school with a bunch of rich people. So he felt uncomfortable.
I knew you was rich.
Are you glad?
I'm not rich, but I went to school with a bunch of rich people.
Are you glad he made that decision?
Yes and no. Because I'm pissed off about ring dance.
Right.
I know it's been 20 years. I don't give a fuck. Pissed off about ring dance. Well, it's not been 20 years. I'm not quite that old. But
I need you to
but
get
yes,
over that.
because I, you know, then expanded my my world. Because I dated a girl, and I dated a white guy, and I dated an Asian girl, and
I'm boring you over here. Boo.
Wow.
Don't boo.
So you got this.
Look, you have to know.
Experience a little bit everything.
You have to experience. You know, you have to know. You know, and it was good that I had those experiences. That's why it's good to do it in high school, because then when you're older, you're not fucking up. Yeah. You know, right. I was very specific about what kind of guy I liked, and what kind of woman I liked, and how much I wanted them at the same time. By the time I was 25,
that's wild.
I had it solid.
It seemed like you always been on point.
I thought you was 25 right now.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'll drink to that.
I know. Pour me another goddamn shot.
I will drink to that. I got carded yesterday, guys.
Wow. Hey, that's weird.
I got carded yesterday. Like, and I mean, show enough carded. Like, I thought the guy was like playing around with me.
Yeah.
I know I'm completely off topic, listeners, but I don't give a fuck. It's my show.
Take pride in that.
So I got carded yesterday. So
black don't crack.
As y'all know, I filled in for a news personality early in the morning in the district. So I was in the district, and I was hanging out with, I don't know if he's still on here, but like one of my best friends is this guy that lives in Oxon Hill, and he took me to MGM after we had lunch, just because I hadn't been over there, like, to be in it. I did a show in MGM, but I hadn't been, like, over there to be in the casino part.
Yeah, show what you do out there.
I did a BDSM demo. So,
what's that?
Bondage. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
No,
come on with it. BDSM.
I mean, you know, it's BDSM. So, but anyway, We walked in that's who walked me past the shoe store and then reminded me I had to be back in Baltimore.
He
right.
tried it.
He tried it. Walked me past the Sarah Jessica Parker shoe store and then told me I ain't have time to buy anything.
I died laughing.
Y'all was like, you laughed. He was like, he tried it. I was not okay with that. But anyway, we walked in and he said, come on, so you can walk to the casino and see what it looks like. I did some POs for the casino, so it was nice to see what happened with that. So anyway, I'm walking in and he walks right in because, you know, he's older. Like, he's actually an older man, right? I wouldn't say he's in his 60s.
Elder.
He's in his 60s. He's a young man, but he's older.
Older.
So he just walks in because nobody's going to question him, you know. I come in thinking, you know, I'm knocking on an age I don't want to say right now, and thinking, shit, it's been a long time since I've been 21. We'll just say it like that, right? And he said, Miss, I walked right past. Miss. I said, Miss, what the fuck is coming? You know, because I'm so used to people calling me Doc. You know, I'm in Baltimore, people call me Doc. You know, people know Doc.
Right.
So he was like, Miss. I said, Miss. Talking to me? He's talking to me. I said, you talking to me? And my friend says, Doc. And the guy goes, oh, well, I need to see her ID.
That's right.
And I turned around and I was like, are you serious? And, you know, he's all
good, though. Cardi B.
He was like, yes, I need to see your ID. And he,
you damn right.
He got big like he was going to body slam me, right? And I said, well, look, you can absolutely see my ID.
Yeah, you be happy.
Look,
here you go.
Look, I slid it out real like cool, like happy, and put it down like I had the Trump card, like I was getting ready.
Like this.
Like I was running a Boston on somebody playing space. Yes. And he looked and he looked at me and he was like,
the big joker.
And he said, are you really that old? And I said,
I ain't gonna ask you your age.
And he said, you look good. Yes. And I said, well, thank you. Then he looked at my friend who I was with and he said, because he's, you know, significantly older than me. And I fucked with him, of course. And I said, works for me. And I walked and put my arm around homie and kept walking through the whole fucking casino. Like, don't think don't think that he couldn't get. He is a cool fucking dude. He can have any woman he wants. Cause like if y'all meet him, this is the coolest man I've ever met in my entire life. This nigga models. He do all kinds of shit. He's a cool older dude, right? I walked that whole casino arm in arm with that man, feeling proud, that grateful that I was with him.
Exactly.
I was grateful.
How you pay him back?
How I pay who back? Being grateful?
How you show him you was grateful?
That's how I was showing him I was.
Did y'all play?
We did play.
Never mind.
I won $9.
Never mind.
High five. You wanted the MGM.
You won $9?
I won $9. $9.89.
That's cool.
You're a winner.
I'm a winner.
You're always a winner.
But I wanted time to walk into the stores.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, because you got to see the shoe store. That's what he says to me. We're in it.
Yeah.
He takes me around. We walk out, and we're walking around, and I see it. I feel the shoe store coming. I get all the way to it. I walk in.
And then you had to go to your meet.
No, I started caressing them shoes like it was a hard dick on Saturday night. Like when I tell you, I was feeling it. I said, "Oh my God!" I'm looking on both sides of me. These shoes were towering up to the ceiling. They were shining. They had T-strap. It was everything. These shoes were
sparkles.
Everything.
It was like glitter.
And then I go to pick one up, and he says, "Don't forget you told Monty you were gonna be at the station."
Monty.
You like, oh shit.
I thought you were grateful.
Yes.
You neglected his towel.
And then you got here, Monty didn't do his show.
And Monty did. I had time to buy the shoes. Monty.
Oh, he got his middle finger up, yo. Monty got his middle finger up.
That's why I went and had bougie happy hour. Because y'all weren't, I went and sat
Monty got his bun on his
at the Sagamore and had me a cucumber martini. Bougie happy hour, right? While I waited for them.
The whole situation sounds great.
Oh, it was beautiful. You know, breeze blowing off the harbor. Have you ever been to
Sagamore?
Sagamore?
Really nice.
The hotel?
In Felton?
Yeah. Oh yes, I've stayed.
And you know
there
how you
and
sit
everything,
out on the where the pool is?
That pool, you go into the pool. It looks like it's gonna fall into the water.
It's gonna fall into the
Yeah, that's nice.
It goes right up to the edge.
It's called the endless, infinity or endless pool.
It was amazing. The only thing they fucked up is that they didn't heat it, so you can't keep it. You can't swim all year round. But anyway, Sagamore is done very tastefully, very beautifully.
Nice artwork.
I love the whole situation. So I'm sitting out.
Wait a minute. Did he just do happy fingers?
Yes. I took a tour.
Spirit fingers.
I took a tour.
Look, let me tell you something.
I
ain't had shit to do with over there. He over there.
These aren't spirit fingers.
Wait a minute.
I
was just making sure.
Yes.
Cross, don't you?
Like, what was that? Because he like,
it was fabulous.
I know. I caught it.
I'm bad enough. I know the word.
I stayed there the first night they opened.
I ain't had something to do
I
that.
got the second night. I got the tour, and we got to walk around and see all the artwork.
I would talk about it.
Shout out to Sagamore and their bougie happy hour. Cucumber martinis are amazing. So while I waited to come back to the station because, you know, in words, no, I'm just playing. Monty had something to do. I get it, you know. So anyway, I called Nikki. Nikki was like, oh, he's not doing the show. I called him. I said, when y'all coming down? We'll be down here in about an hour. I said, bougie happy hour it is. I told him. I said, I'm going to have a drink. I said, I'm going to go have a drink.
I never heard of bougie.
Who said I wasn't on bad boo?
I called bougie. I called when I'm going to Hope's house for happy hour.
So that's
Me and my homegirls, we have like a little princess group. We call it bougie happy hour when we're going to Hope's house to have happy hour.
That's a group of amazing
versus
women.
going to like your neighborhood bar, which is what we like to do that too. But every so often we want to.
That's offset on your right.
Are all y'all doctors, you and your homegirls? Like, is it a group of doctors?
We're not all doctors, but we're all at that level of education or that level in our career. Yeah.
I would love to be a part of that group.
Yeah, there's one guy that tries to hang out with us all the time, and he can't really hang, but he likes it because we are all
successful.
Yeah, we're all that. And we're actually pretty good looking, too. Which is not bad. I mean, they outshine me way. But
No outshining a doctor at all. Not
I mean, I'm okay. But some of these women that I hang out with,
Excuse me, guys. She said she's okay. She's awesome. I just had to give her that. Because everybody who I show, like, I'm going to the Dr. Wren show, they're like, oh, that's the host? She's going to be there at this show? And they're like, oh, my God, I want to see her. And I'm like, no, stay back.
He's making me blush.
I'm serious.
Thank you very much.
I'm dead serious, Dr. Wren.
Thank you very much.
Just show them gorgeous dimples.
So I was telling the people in my meditation today, I was born to be happy. You know why? Because I love to smile. Like, the Creator would not have made me with these deep-ass dimples if I wasn't made to smile.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? If I wasn't made to
And they all over my damn face.
You know, like, I had to look in the mirror. Sometimes I got to remind myself that I'm supposed to be happy because sometimes we go through life feeling like we don't deserve to be happy.
And people treat you like shit.
So, look, there's always something to be grateful for, right? Something small. I mean, and I tell people every day, I mean, find the smallest little shit. I have a fingernail that didn't break last night. I'm grateful for that shit. Look, that ant is still on the other side of my window. Be grateful for that shit. You know what I mean?
You said the ant, the little ant?
Little ant is on the other, it's not in my house.
Yes.
It's on the other side of the window. Let's be grateful for that shit. I didn't lay on one of my dreadlocks and rip it out my head. I'm grateful for that shit. Look, at least
I find
two people
anything.
can agree with me there.
Hey, Ren.
I know you've ripped one.
Ren, I find anything to celebrate.
Absolutely.
I swear, anything.
Look, life is a gift.
Yes, it is.
Life is a gift.
It's beautiful, man.
Life is a gift.
I want to put that on a t-shirt. Life is a gift.
I don't even
That's
think
my
about
hashtag.
You don't even
Like,
know
I
how you wake up.
Everything life is a gift.
You just
and
your
live
eyes just
unapologetically.
open.
That's all, Dr. You got to put a little.
The eyes open. That's enough.
Yes, your eyes open. You be like, I'm here.
I
You
thank
know
God
what?
that I'm breathing.
I said to you yesterday, and I meant it. My mortality became my reality at a point in my life.
Yeah.
And I learned from that day forward, if I didn't know anything else, one, I'm not changing for anyone.
Nope.
I am living
Salute.
unapologetically.
Salute.
Two, to be grateful for everything I receive. Right?
Everything.
And three, there is a divine purpose in everything that happens to me.
Find your purpose.
Salute, salute, salute.
So, if nobody's learned anything from Dr. Wren ever in their lives, there you go.
There you go.
Words of wisdom. You know, live your life. Be good. So anyway.
Be great.
What's something else that you think we couldn't return from? Something that I'm not throwing out there. Anybody got something you think we couldn't return from?
Stabbing somebody.
Well, murder.
Somebody stab you? You won't forgive them? Somebody stab you? You won't forgive them? Murder.
Somebody stab you.
I don't think you
can't
could
forgive
return
a
from murder.
Stabbing
So,
you.
Wait,
Yeah,
let's
you're not
go.
coming back if you get killed.
Let's go around the room. Let's go around the room. So, Darren, what do you think?
Something I can't return from?
Something you wouldn't return from. Like something that could
it.
happen in a relationship that you couldn't return from. What's your opinion on it?
You're just done.
I would have to say my ex taking everything that I have, knowing that I don't have much. Yeah,
Stealing.
She just decides
Or
that
gouging.
you're leaving and I'm going to keep all your stuff.
That's gouging. Or it's
And
stealing.
then she calls me back like 2-3 days later.
He's
and says, "Can
talking
you come
about
chill?"
some shit
No.
that every other day.
You have, that's
Yes.
that's the I can't.
Yes.
I don't have a word
I
for
can't
that
come back.
situation, but you can't come
Hey,
back.
Wren,
She
he
took my
talking about some
laptop.
shit that every
She took my
other day.
phone. Like everything that she did for me that was positive, she took back. She brought me one T-shirt and one dress shirt. She took them back. Everything that I
So,
gave her the dick, I
you
can't take it back.
You gave her the dick, but
I
you
gave
can't
her
take the dick
I
back.
can't take my dick back. You know
Can't
what I
take
mean?
the dick back.
So I can't come back from that.
Or his
So-
lips. Or his lips. 'Cause
So
he licked that pussy
he
too.
can't take that back. So he can't come back from petty behavior. How about that? Petty behavior. What about you,
All right,
Jungle?
this one, Jungle. I got two.
All
Two
right.
quick ones. It ain't too much.
All right.
You burn me, you give me AIDS.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Ain't
no.
no coming back from that.
You look.
Whatever it is.
You better have that pre-sex talk.
My coming back.
Number two. But I mean,
Alright,
just on. I mean, that's just something
Good
real serious
God.
on a
Yeah.
petty level. Like,
Yeah, just that's real serious, Jungle.
That is, but look,
Good God.
we're
Who would
real.
wanna
Come
be-
back from that.
In a
though.
relationship,
You
yeah.
can't.
No, but if you're in a relationship,
And
you're
catching
right.
STD?
Catching an STD,
Alright.
STI
Yeah,
is
that's
something that you
terrible.
can't come back from. So
Yeah,
that
that's-
makes sense, Jungle. What
I'm
you
logical.
said you had two.
Even though
You
I'm
had
free.
two.
Cheating on me.
And cheating. You can't
Took
come back
another
from cheating.
dick.
Took another dick. A lot of men say that
dick.
she took another dick. So now if she cheated on you for a woman, I bet you
And I don't
might
know that
feel-
it happened. Like, I mean, it may have happened, but I didn't know it. If I know, you did.
Yeah.
Not dead, but like the
Did to
relationship.
you.
But
did.
niggas can cheat like a
Did to you.
motherfucker,
Yeah, it's
right?
different. That, and it's
Alright,
not right. It's not right, but
What's
Yes,
yours?
cheat like a motherfucker.
Larry.
it's not
look.
right. But that's what it is.
Wait. On the feet. Larry's the one that took me to the
Oh,
casino
Larry.
yesterday.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Larry. Shout out to Larry.
Hey.
I swear he's one of my favorite people in the whole world.
Oh, he is.
Larry.
He's
That is
awesome.
a cool dude right there. I met him
Hi,
at an
Larry.
erotic variety show. He said
Better
that
be
to me.
with
That
that
was my
name.
homie. So, anyway,
Oh,
Mimi.
my gosh.
Mimi, what's something you think you couldn't come back from?
I said it.
What?
Stab you.
Oh,
Stab
you mean
me.
murder.
Like
You
being
said-
like being stabbed in the back, or
No,
like
no.
it's not metaphorically.
She's talking
Hold
about
on.
with a knife.
She means
talking about literally.
getting
I'm talking
stabbed.
about with a
So
knife.
Stab me.
So let me give you
or
physical
hit-
harm.
A
You
knife.
gotta keep it moving because I gotta go to.
I
got
could
my
take a
last break.
punch, but you ain't gonna stab my
You can shoot
motherfucking
her,
ass.
even if
Well,
you shoot
I
her.
had to,
Hold
but
on.
I
He
might
took
can
one.
take a shot.
Hold on,
So,
Mimi, what's his? Cross,
mine
what's yours?
that I can't come back from is calling the police and getting me arrested.
Yeah, that's-
because
Yeah, you
took
bitch ass.
days from me that I cannot get back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Days of my
Your life.
High
I
five.
cannot get back.
You lost money.
Motherfucking bitch.
You lost money.
You
lost
bitch
profit.
motherfucker.
You
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got a
I mean, and
record
even
now. That's
it's
a
in-
good one. I love that.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
good
good.
one.
That's good, Cross. That's
Don't call the
good.
police on me.
Yeah.
Don't call the
You don't
police.
call no
I'm not
damn
gonna call
And
police.
don't wait. I'll take that a step further. Don't testify against me in court.
Yes.
Oh,
What
same
is wrong
thing.
with you,
That's the
bitch?
same
I ain't
thing.
never fucking
That's
with
the
you,
same
and I'm
thing.
You
sending
had to call
and
the
I'm
police.
sending people
Don't
after
come
your
in. I
bitch
feel like
ass.
that's one step.
I'm sending people after
this
you.
close to wishing death upon somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it's
wanna
just-
ruin
that's
your
it. Incarceration, you know what I mean? Misery, you know?
Got it.
Yeah,
Profit.
I ain't with none of
They
that.
stopped your money.
I ain't with none of that.
Yeah.
Look,
Trying to hold my life
That's
up.
I
good
can't
one.
deal
Yeah,
with
fuck
it.
you up. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what my
On
biggest,
purpose.
I can't,
Uh-oh.
because I'm a very forgiving person, and I'm pretty,
None of that
but
shit.
there is one thing, and I know y'all gonna think this bitch is
Petty.
shallow as fuck when I say this. There is
Petty.
one thing I can't come back
I don't
from.
want.
Petty,
I don't
petty.
want.
No, let me tell you.
I don't want to be real
No.
stupid. Run.
Don't spend my money. We gotta take a break.
Spend your money.
Don't spend my money. No, I gotta pay my bills. Don't fuck up my finances.
Yeah, I understand.
Period. You gotta go.
Fuck somebody's life up.
Stealing.
Anyway, we're gonna take a break.
can't see her
We'll be
doing
right back
it.
with
Stealing.
Salacious Life.
Stealing people's shit.
Stealing your money.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe. From flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part. But I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be.
You're live on the air.
I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I can.
I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So, apparently I need to clarify what I said I wouldn't come back from, because I said not spending my money. So let me clarify for my listeners what that means. When I'm in a serious relationship with a person, I don't separate my income from the other person's income. And we have bills. We have responsibilities. And I am a very frugal person where I'll say this because, y'all know I got a shoe habit, but all my bills are paid. All my bills are paid well in advance. Not when they're due.
All my bills are paid.
My bills are paid before I go spend $600, $700, $800, $900
on one pair of shoes.
$5,000 on a pair of shoes.
One pair?
I paid the bills. I don't care if this man blows every single dollar, or woman.
I gotta stop you. Respectfully, like what purchase happened where you was like perturbed or offended by when you spend $1,000 on shoes? Just honestly, what did somebody do
that made me
in your account and you was just kind of like?
So the person I was with was currently unemployed, and I was carrying the weight for both of us. My bills. I was carrying the weight because that's what you do when you're in a relationship. You don't just abandon the person because they lost their job, right?
You don't listen.
So I was carrying the weight, and I had just gotten paid, and I went to pay the mortgage on my house, and did not have the money in my account to pay the mortgage on my house.
What did he buy?
A coat.
Yeah, we missed that.
A coat, some shoes, and 3 video games.
And how much did it cost?
It came up to
be honest,
a couple $1,000.
So he purposely brought this stuff, or he said, "Okay, I'm gonna buy this."
He didn't tell me. I didn't know. I had to look in the account and look at what the purchases were.
Did he think you had more money than what you had? Maybe
I think he thought that because he knows I paid. Maybe I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he thought because I pay bills. I tend to pay bills early. Like as soon as I think about it, I'll pay it. It might not be due for 2-3 weeks. Maybe he thought I had already paid it.
Yeah.
But because he had this really high car payment, what I did was I paid his insurance for the entire year.
Professional. So
that I wouldn't have that as a reoccurring charge, because his car payment was like $800 a month. So carrying his car payment plus the mortgage, it was heavy on me.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? It was heavy on me, and I was in grad school. So I think he thought somehow I had paid things off because, you know, one set of money was gone. But what I did was I waited this one time until the mortgage was actually due and was going to pay the mortgage because I had paid off the car insurance, you know, which was crazy fucking high for him to be as old as he was. But anyway.
And where he at? And do you feel ungrateful for him, or you feel he ungrateful for you?
No. Yes, he definitely feels ungrateful for me. But however, I learned some things in that relationship that I wouldn't have learned anywhere else. And there are things about him that are priceless and that I will always love. Diamonds. So I am always I'm just always grateful.
What's the diamonds? What's the jewels?
That's why I always say, is he tripping because I'm opening my mouth?
I don't know. Well, we only have 1 minute left, but
the diamonds and jewels of the situation.
But for real, like
I always say that it's always a lesson. It's not an L.
No,
it's not
always
a loss.
a lesson.
It's a lesson.
And like I try to tell people,
and the same way this nigga sitting over here.
When you talking about
every time I open my mouth,
I said the same thing you said. I'm not tripping. I asked her personally.
Okay, look, I got 30 seconds left. Y'all gotta be quiet.
It's a lesson.
I got 30 seconds left. Y'all gotta be quiet. Hello. Thank you. So, what I was saying is, when you're coming out of a relationship, you should take a moment to mourn and reflect, because there are always lessons to be learned. Yes, Mimi. And once you've learned these lessons, I'm not saying go looking for the next person to make those mistakes, because that is carrying baggage into the next relationship. So don't assume that that person is going to make the same mistakes, but don't forget the lesson you learned, and don't forget how much you grew. And don't forget to look back and be grateful for the things you love.
Gratefulness. No such thing as loss.
That is my show for tonight. So everybody,
dopeness.
Don't forget, love life.
Learn,
be brave.
Love.
And live unapologetically.
Living, love.
It's Dr. Wren with Salacious Life.
Salacious.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K.